Okay, Libra, let's see what's going on with you guys. I know it's been a minute, and somebody was asking for Libra readings. Uh, yeah, I want to get back to it. I just really love doing this, and I wish I didn't have another full time job instead of being a weekend reader. And I wish I could just do this full time. Hopefully, I just, take the risk and pull the trigger. In the meantime, what's going on the last week of May? A lot, actually. Universe Angel Spirit Guides, what do you see for Libra? Mostly because on the 25th, Saturn moves into Aries, which is like, yikes. But it mostly affects the cardinal signs, and you're one of those. You're a cardinal sign. So for you guys, there's good and there's bad. So let's put it in a positive spin, right? First of all, you got the Knight of Cups in cross and the Strength card upright. Why are you resisting from going to see somebody who wants to see you and talk to you on an emotional level? Because that's what it looks like. Now, cards are energies, guys. It's dual energies because you're not in this with just your energy here by itself. You're here with somebody else. So the energies are dual. So it can always be vice versa. It could be the other person doing this to you or you are doing to them. The point is when we read the cards, we're talking about the fact that this is the common theme. This is the common thread that we're reading about. And at the bottom of the deck, if you can see here, is the Five of Pentacles. And under that is the Ten of Swords. I know a lot of you have been watching Tarot enough to know that these two together are not fun cards. They're sad, quite in fact. They very much talk about an ending or a breakup. They talk about feeling left out in the cold and feeling betrayed. And now being at the precipice of the horizon, looking at your future. Now, I'm going to pause you here for a second because at the end of the day, this is an enlightenment channel. And yes, it is also tarot. And yes, we read the cards to help us, but also it is underlining the fact that it is here to help you. That is what tarot is meant to be, a tool to help you, your life, your situation, how to use these cards to help persevere. Okay? With that said, I'm going to go back to Saturn for 1 second. I know you want me to be flashing, and I will in a second. But this is very vital and important because this is such an important day in your sign also, and what it's going to mean for the next 3 months. And it starts today, right? So with the shifting of this planet, and I'm already seeing it in your cards by this, because this very much tells me you're about to end a chapter. You're about to begin a new one when I see shit like this, guys. All right. And I know I'm being a little vulgar, but I just want to emphasize to you what's happening. With Saturn moving into Aries, it is a planet that is meant to teach us things. It is a planet to help us understand our relationships and how to behave in them going forward. And in order to get where we need to be and to create a foundation for a relationship that's long lasting, that's healthy, and ever so meaningful. Now, the last 3 months, actually the last 2 years, Libra, you've been busting your ass like nobody's friggin' business. And you'll have noticed that this past year, you've had ups and you've had downs. And most of them felt like it was down, like your chips were actually friggin' down. And the point of this is because the universe is elevating you now. They're pushing you forward to be in a place where you're going to come to an understanding. By 2026, you'll have a very different life with very different friends, possibly a very different career. And I'm starting to see it now with these cards at the bottom of the deck because this is down the pike. And here, I can see someone has asked you out to talk on an emotional level, but you're resisting and you're holding back. Guess what? Karma is about to hit big time today. Anybody who hurt you or failed you, because I see this too, the Ten of Swords, is about to get a heavy slap in the face, a heavy dose of karma coming to them. You're about to get rewarded. Now, with Saturn going back again to what we were saying, you're going to have ups and downs and challenges, but this is a growth. You cannot stop working hard right now. Okay? Because by September, you're going to reap those rewards if you haven't started already. What's coming towards Libra, please? Sorry for the big speech. It's a big deal. It's a big freaking deal. And that's why I also wanted to do your reading. I really want to do the reading for all the cardinals. I mean, yeah, pretty much all the cardinal signs. I don't know if I need to for Cancer. They're having a very friggin' lucky year. But let's go back to you. Ace of Swords and Temperance. You're going to eventually put your cards on the table here with somebody. And at the end of the day, I love when I see Temperance back here because you're understanding peace of mind. You're starting that transition, that transformation I was just talking about earlier. You want to neutralize your energy because you want to start applying it into circles where it behooves you to grow. And those who are not going to help you elevate or be in your life in a positive way, you're just getting rid of it. So you're going to put your cards on the table here, or the other person is. And this is going to start bringing in that balance that you're looking for. All right. We're going to clarify all of these, by the way. But when you do this, look what happens. Success. This is the success I'm talking about because your rewards are starting to come in now. Now, because you've been busting your ass all year, if not the last 2 years. So now you're going to start seeing the growth, the results, but you can't stop. Okay, you got to keep doing it until September. But you're going to see the rewards and the opportunities throughout this period of time from now until September 1st. Now, what is it that Libra doesn't see coming their way? I had a feeling I was going to, tell you all these things because I was meditating on you guys. And now the cards are just backing up pretty much what I was just telling you. But let's get into the nuance. Let's get into the little details. Because I see the Fool, which is Aries energy. This is Sagittarius energy. And this is Leo energy. That's a lot of fire, by the way. But here you are. Queen of Pentacles and the Fool, which I love. And the Two of Wands. 9 times out of 10, this combination is telling me you're on your own. Or you're taking the risk to be on your own without having something else lined up. You're like, fuck it, I don't care. Now, yes, this could be in a job or a career, but this is also about in relationships. Here's what I love. Because when we saw earlier over here with Temperance, you're trying to temper yourself and find your inner peace, your inner balance. You're taking a leap of faith and a risk, and you're leaving everything behind because you're looking for your stability. You're nurturing, you're kind, you're caring, you're loving. You know all that. You don't even have to advertise it. What's that saying? Winners don't need trophies. And you know that. I mean, you like them. They're cool. They're nice. They're beautiful. Sure. And they speak for themselves. But that's just it. You don't want to speak. You want other factors to represent you that determine who you are already. Right? So that's what you're doing. You're taking a leap of faith and a risk. You're going out on your own. Because you're looking for stability. You want stability in a relationship. You want stability in a career. You want stability in your finances. You want to grow. And this is what you're doing. So you're also looking out into the future saying, well, where is that? I don't need a relationship. I don't need a man or a woman in my life to make me who I'm going to be because I just realized that the last 2 years I was already doing it by myself anyway. Not needing anybody. Beautiful, Libra. What is it that Libra doesn't... No, the advice for Libra, please. Ten of Cups and the Six of Wands. There's somebody here that you can have a happy foundation with, a happy relationship with, where you can be happy overall in your life. Also, this is somebody who might be coming back to you or you finding overall success. Moreover, hold on one second, guys. Sorry. Okay, sorry. There was someone outside my door. I had to take care of that. But back to you. Your advice is that you can definitely take the wins. Find your support system because that's how the Ten of Cups makes me feel, especially for advice. You have it. Friends, family, loved ones. You can find your support system. There's even a job or a career where it is your setting, your happy place, your happy vibe. I'll give you a small example. My daughter, also Libra, she's a little kid, but she's on a competitive dance team, right? That's her happy place. Those are her people. That's her vibe. She gets them and they get her. They live in a different kind of world and they just gel together. So this is what I'm talking about. Flock to birds of a feather kind of situation. Whether it's a single relationship with somebody, your coworkers, friends, you got this. So find this and use this so you can get to your ultimate successful place in life. Again, we're going to clarify and we'll see what's going on. Let me see the outcome of the week, please, here for Libra. Judgment and Six of Swords, and the Two of Wands is back. So you've been toggling between the Two of Wands and the Six of Wands, which is basically wands are action. But with Judgment at the end and the Six of Wands, you make a final decision and you leave. All right. So this is what's good about you guys. You're not staying in neutral. You're picking a lane. You're driving. You're moving forward. And when you do that, that's because you're living. All right. Because when you're not making a choice, that is a choice. When you're not making a decision, that is a decision. But when you do, at least you have more control of your life and with your life and who's in it and who's not. So you're finally making a judgment call and you're leaving something difficult behind and you're going into something smoother. You're realizing what's toxic, who's toxic, and you're just kind of getting away from it. I think you're closing out all the noise, Libra. You're definitely closing out the noise and you're putting pressure on people that they should be giving you more boundaries, in a way. That's what I want to say. Now, I'm looking at all your major arcana because you have a lot. I just think that you're in a very sensitive place right now. And your angel guides are coming down to guide you. It's interesting because there's a lot of major arcana from fire, but an action. But the Six of Swords I like because it means you're mentally disengaging and you're leaving it behind. And the second you do that, it's like you take a knife and you cut someone off or you cut a situation off. What is strength? And the Knight of Cups. Speaking of fire, maybe some of you have a fire sign in your life, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. For those of you who are new to my channel, because it's not a personal reading, it's a general reading. You are my queens, whether you're male or female. Kings are incoming energy. Yes, this is just how I read only for YouTube. So we can discern who's who. Now, this is an incoming energy. This is somebody that you're dealing with that mimics a fire sign, whether they are or they're not, or they have a lot of fire in their chart. But this is somebody very attractive, very charismatic, very charming. You have a lot of passion together. I see the wish fulfillment and the desire for this person. But why? Who's hesitating? Who's resisting this connection? And why? Let's continue. What is this? Ace of Swords and Temperance, please. Three of Cups. Somebody here, and look at this, the Five of Pentacles. I think somebody here wants to reconcile with you. Between that and seeing the Six of Wands, that's usually somebody who comes back and gives you an ego boost. You put your cards on the table. So either this is a third-party situation or somebody's trying to reconcile with you. And you're, like I said, you're putting all your cards on the table. It could be closure too, and this is just good news. But I do see you feeling left out in the cold. And boom, right after that is the new chapter I was talking about, and then you being single. So this is what's going to happen. This is what the deal is. You are ending something here. And I don't think you're going to let it move forward. I think you're using all your strength and your energy to move on. Because that's just what this reading is. This is a reading for a Libra who's made their decision and is going to move on. But the universe says you do have a place, a happy place that you can go to or you can be with. We'll see when I clarify that one. But before we do, why is the Fool here with the Queen of Pentacles, please? Ace of Pentacles. Wow. And the Devil at the bottom of the deck. So I'm so curious to see what your reading is going to look like next week, because I suspect it's going to be different. Because you're right there. You're at the precipice of moving on with your life. The Ace of Pentacles is a new job. It's a new promotion, or it's something new with money. If it's not, then it's a solid new relationship. But I don't. For the bulk of you guys, I'm going to be honest with you. I feel like there's a two-part situation going on in your life. There's career and money, and then there's your personal lives. You are going to take a leap of faith and a risk and go somewhere else, especially with a new job. You're like, fuck it, I'm going to take it. I'm going to do it. Others of you, maybe it is a solid new relationship, but I do see the Devil at the bottom of the deck. So there is some sort of toxic tendency situation happening. And I don't know if you're trying to get away from it, or you're repeating a pattern, or it's a person and you're aware of it. What is the Ten of Cups, please, for their advice? Ooh, the Queen of Pentacles came out again. The earthy side of you, the stable side of you. You can find stability in a happy environment, is what it's saying, with something new. Because I see the Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck. I tend to love aces in the advice position because I feel like they're protected from the universe, or that the universe is gifting them to you to either A, challenge you to move on with your life, or to propel you forward into a better place and or destination. So you can find stability and be happy too. And it looks like something with a new thing, new person, new situation. What is the outcome, please? Or use your support system to find your stability. Yep, boom, done. It's a perfect ending, and the cards are all aligning. I do see you trying to collaborate here, work with somebody. You're just not leaving it like, like that, but you're finally making a judgment call, and you're starting a new chapter. It's the end of a cycle for you. You're moving on to better things. You're mentally disengaging, and you're off. If this is for love, what do you see, spirits, that I don't? Angels guiding Libras in love. Wedding is here. Sorry, guys. And getting to know each other. This is someone new. So yes, you can use the advice position to find support from family, or if this is love, maybe you're getting to know somebody brand new. Wedding is involved. I don't know if one of you is already married and you have to wait till they separate, or what the deal is with wedding here. Wedding is interesting because I feel like it's somebody else that you're dealing with. Maybe you were married or they were married, and you stopped talking to them because it has gone as far as it could go. Something to do with that. If there was extended readings, we would get into it, but I don't think your cohort, we do extended, but hopefully soon I will be. I just need to find the right platform to put you guys on. Okay, let's move on from here. Let's do one card from Moonology, and that will be your reading for the week for my beautiful Libras. What is the final advice you want to give Libras, please? One last shuffle. Seriously? And they're hard to pick up. I need glasses for this one. You and your loved ones are safe. New moon in Cancer. I love this card. That means like if you're thinking about taking a risk or moving on, you're gonna, it's saying, it's encouraging you to do it because you will be okay, mainly. But let's go ahead and see what it says in the book, just so we can be certain. You and your loved ones are safe. There's a new start coming in your private life. See, I knew it. Cards just don't lie. They just know, and they all line up like a cute little bow. Something is rising up in connection with the people and the places you hold dearest. This can be to do with a member of your family, a flatmate or moving house. If you're hoping to move forward with something special in your private life, this card comes to you as a message that you could do it. If you've been neglecting your family, it's time to reconnect with them. If you've been neglecting yourself, you need to take care better self of yourself and nurture yourself more. If your insecurity is holding you back, that's something for you to work on. Doing so could bring your heart's desire. I love this. So while you're worried about everybody else, stop worrying about everybody else and worry about yourself. And get you going and do that thing you want to do, because there's a new start coming, friends. All right, leave me your comments down below, loved ones, and I'll see you on the next one.